Hey y'all, welcome back to Sprague Homestead on another Mailbag Monday. I'm Nikki, and this week's question of the week is, when is it okay to buy something instead of doing it DIY? So I like this question. First, always let your finances be your guide. It kind of comes down to, can you afford it? Past that, we break things into three categories. Is it going to save me time? Is it going to save me money? And is it going to save my body at some point? So ideally, some of these things will kind of fit into multiple categories, right? So kind of an example of something we've done in the last 6-8 months, we bought a milking stanchion, or a goat stanchion. We can do everything on it. I had been talking about building one for forever. We actually have lumber. We have a whole bunch of lumber here, cut-offs and stuff that would have worked. But time was a huge deal for me. If we had waited for me to have the time to build a stanchion, we would still be waiting for me to build a stanchion. I've just not had the hours involved to sit and do that this year. So we went ahead and spent the money on it, got the stanchion, and now it's been almost 2 weeks and I am milking, which is actually saving us some money on dairy products, right? So I'm milking, I'm dabbling in some cheese making, that kind of thing. So did we spend more on the stanchion than it would have cost me to build one? Yes. On the flip side of that, did we get it done? And are we using it? Did it save me a whole lot of time? And am I now recouping some money back out of it? Absolutely. Another good example is probably going to be our fence stretcher. I know Kanan had made a video a while back about assembling it, and then he did another video when we got some of the fencing actually put in. Now, anybody who's done field fencing knows there are a lot of ways to do it, including just a bar and unroll it, manually unrolling it, come along and things to tighten it. So is there other ways to do it? Absolutely. We could have totally DIY'd it, but by spending a little bit more money and getting the actual fence stretcher, we saved our bodies a lot of effort. So we are refencing our 20 acres, the main 20 acres where the house is. So along the front, that's like 660 feet. On the front and the back, 1320 down the sides roughly. That is a lot of fencing. And if you've ever done anything with sheep and goat fencing, you know it's really, really heavy stuff. We also have the up and down terrain. You're going through bushes, even though we've cut a bunch of them out. You're going over rocks, around trees. So to be able to put the fence stretcher on the back of the tractor, tilt a thing of fence up, tack it at one end, and drive off with it. Ratchet it down, tighten that fence, and put it up with minimal effort on our part physically was huge. Was it more expensive than doing it the other way? Absolutely. Did it save us time? Probably, because we could do the whole unrolling and stretching thing all at once kind of thing. But the big thing there is it saved our bodies. I mean, we're both in our 40s now, Kanan in the later 40s, me in the early 40s, and this stuff does get harder all the time. So is it worth it? We think so. So that's the thing that we're going to recommend. If you want to build or buy something rather than build it, hey, if it meets categories and it brings a little something to your life, either speeds you up, saves some money, or saves your body, in our opinion, it's going to be worth it. All right, guys, so that is my answer to your question of the week. If you have other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. You can always send them to me over email at srhomestead@yahoo.com. You can also go onto our Facebook page and send us a message there, or to Instagram. We are on there as well. And if you have not picked up our cookbook, don't forget, you can go onto Amazon and pick that up. It's all about how to cook with rabbit. There's some preserving recipes in there, jerky, some actual canning, sausage recipes to die for in there. So make sure you go on to Amazon. I'm sure Kanan will put a link in the description, and pick that up if you don't already have it. So far, everybody has been super happy with it. If somebody's not, they ain't telling me. But go ahead and pick that up. And right now, especially with me getting higher, it is a prime time to be learning how to cook with all of those rabbits you've been growing. So that's it for today. I will see you next time. Happy homesteading.